My dear student, today I am going to discuss the same chapter. The name is demand. But in this chapter, the topic is why does demand curve slopes downwards towards right or to the right. So what are the reasons why the demand curve always slopes downward? In the previous video, I told you that there is inverse relationship between price and quantity demand, and due to that the demand curve slopes downward. But why there is inverse relationship, here we will try to understand. Is it clear? So first here, that is the point number 1. Due to law of diminishing marginal utility. Okay. So what does the law of diminishing marginal utility says? The marginal utility says that when a consumer continuously consume any commodity from each successive unit, he gets less and less satisfaction. Is it clear? So let here the price of X is high. However, the marginal utility from additional unit will decline and the quantity demand of X will decrease. Okay? And if the price is low, again when a consumer consume additional unit, the marginal utility will starts to decline. But here the quantity demand will increase because a consumer is capable to buy more units of commodity at lower price. So what will be the reason? The reason will be price is greater than marginal utility. In the case of first, when the price is high, that's why he is ready to buy less quantity, and here he is ready to buy less quantity because the marginal utility of X commodity is less than price. And in case of here, the low, when the price is low, again the marginal utility will decline according to definition of MU, diminishing MU, but the quantity demand will increase because at lower price a consumer will get more quantity due to that here satisfaction will increase. Okay, so it is the first due to law of diminishing marginal utility. Now points. So second point is our income effect. So how income effect affects the demand curve? Okay, suppose price of X commodity rises. So if the price of X commodity rises, it means the real income of the consumer will fall. And if the real purchase of consumer falls, it means if the real income of the consumer falls, it means the purchasing power of the consumer will also fall. And if the purchasing power falls, it means he is ready to buy less quantity, so quantity demand will also fall. On the other hand, if the price of X commodity falls, okay, so in that case what will happen? the real income of the consumer will increase or rise, or purchasing power of the people will also rise. As a result, he is able to buy more quantity, so rise in the quantity demand. So in other words, we can simply say that if the price of any commodity increases, so price is increasing, it means a consumer is spending more money and his saving decreases. So as the saving decrease, it means its real income starts to decline. So if the real income will decline, as a result his purchasing power will fall and he is ready to buy less quantity. On the other hand, if the price falls, it means his real income will increase, means he is ready, here there is more saving. As a result, the purchasing power of the consumer will increase. So if the purchasing power increase, it means he is ready to buy more quantity. Is it clear? Okay. Substitution effect. So we have already discussed in the previous video. In case of the goods, there are two kinds of goods. One is known as substitute goods and other is known as complementary goods. So substitute goods are those goods which is used in place of one another. So here that is taken, the point is substitution effect. It means there are two goods, one is the coffee, other is the tea. Is it clear? So here, if the price of coffee rises, it means very few people are ready to buy this coffee. As a result, the demand of the coffee will decrease or falls, and the other substitute goods like tea, so demand of the tea will starts to increase. Now come to the again, if the price of coffee falls, it means at a lower price a consumer is willing to buy more coffee, so quantity demand of coffee will increase or rises. But its substitute goods like tea, its demand starts to fall. Is it clear? Or decrease. So according to the definition I told you, substitute goods are those goods which can be used in place of one another. So here the two goods are taken as a substitute goods. One is coffee and other is tea. So that is a very common phenomena. So if the price of coffee will increase, so some of the people are ready to leave the uses of coffee and they will move towards tea. That's why the demand of tea will increase. And if the price of coffee falls, it means they are ready to buy more coffee because its price is low. As a result, the demand of tea will fall, and that is known as substitution effect, and due to that the demand curve slopes downwards. Is it clear? Now come to fourth. So now come to the fourth, that is the size of consumer. Size of consumer. Is it clear? So size of the consumer. So size of the consumer, see, if the price of X commodity increases, here the size of the consumer groups. So as I told you, price of X rises. So if the price of any goods will increase, what will happen? Very common. So very few people are ready to buy that commodity because all the people has no ability to buy that commodity. As a result, the group size will be a smaller. Okay, why? So just I want to give you one example. At the initial stage, if the price of the mango is rupees 200 per kg, so in that case, in our country, very few consumers are capable to buy that goods because the per capita income is low. So very few people are ready to buy that good. It means the size of the consumer is small. As a result, the quantity demand for that goods will fall because very less people are capable to buy that goods. But the same mango's price falls from 200 to rupees 50. So in that case, what will happen? More people are ready to buy. Means the group will be larger. So if the group is larger, it means they are ready to buy more quantity and the total demand for that commodity will increase. Is it clear? So in this way, we can say that there are four main factors. Due to that, the demand curve slopes downwards, as I discussed. First, that was the law of diminishing marginal utility. Second was the income effect of the consumer. Third is the substitution effect. And the fourth is, that is the size of consumers. So size of consumers also depends on the price of the goods. If the price of the AC falls, more people are ready to buy that AC, and that's why the demand of the AC will increase. On the other hand, if the price of AC is very high, it means very few people are ready to buy, means that is a smaller group, and as a result the demand of AC will fall. So on that basis, here we find, according to this diagram, that price, when the price is very high, suppose this is the price P and the demand is only, that is OQ, and when the price is P1, so demand is very high, that is Q1. So as the price falls, the quantity demand increases, and that's why the demand curve is slopes downwards. Is it clear? So in this way we can determine. Okay, thank you.